I'm Shivani Singh. The top story that we are bringing to you comes in from the national capital. A 32-year-old labourer has died after falling into an open drain in Delhi's Rohini area, triggering serious questions over civic negligence and delayed emergency response. Police say a PCR call was received at 2:36 p.m. on Tuesday, reporting that a man had fallen into a sewer on vacant DDA land in Sector 32 near Mahashakti Kali Temple in Begumpur. The caller, Amir Hussain, told police that his friend Birju Kumar Rai had fallen into an open manhole the previous evening. According to another labourer, Budhan Das, also known as Suraj, he and Birju had consumed alcohol on Monday night and were returning to their jhuggi at around 7:30 p.m. when Birju allegedly lost balance and fell into the open drain. Das did not inform anyone immediately, claiming he was intoxicated, and reported the matter only the next afternoon. Police say the fire brigade, DDA and other agencies were informed and a rescue operation was launched. The body was eventually recovered from the manhole with the help of the fire brigade and sent to the hospital for further legal procedures. However, local residents have alleged serious lapses. The body was recovered late in the evening, nearly a day after the incident is believed to have occurred. The tragedy comes days after a 25-year-old man died in West Delhi's Janakpuri when his motorcycle plunged into an uncovered pit, allegedly dug during road work. Let's in fact discuss this further with guests who are joining us on the broadcast: Anurag Kulshetra, road safety expert, tracks, and Tahira Hassan, social activist. Also joining us shortly will be Advocate Ellen Rao, former DCP, Special Cell, Delhi Police. Let me in fact first go across to Mr. Kulshetra and discuss this. Sir, when we are looking at this incident, what do you see? Do you see civic apathy? Do you see civic negligence? Because this is the second incident in 4 days where a resident of Delhi has fallen into an open pit.
Actually, it has become a tradition, and traditionally we are repeating the mistakes again and again. We are not thinking on that, and there must be a stringent action on the authority and the top authorities, not the like now this junior engineer is suspended or the municipal engineer, some persons are suspended. Like Noida, we must have seen the Noida CEO was removed from the post, engineers must remove the force. And second thing, these are the very common mistakes which are repeating in our country again and again and everywhere. So I am coming out on the solution, because police is the first responder for everything. Even we are having the persons moving in an area regularly, beat officer, that is called beat officer. So if we'll fix the responsibility of the beat officer, no encroachment, if you have observed such type of event, then report to the civic agencies immediately, and on the behalf of these reports, action may be taken against the responsible persons, responsible authorities, because till now we are unable to set a framework and we are just sailing our 140 crore persons, and the life of ours is safety of our human life in India. It's almost just to 5 to 10% as per the index. So this is the scenario. Regularly we are having such type of incidents again and again in this part, another part, and everywhere. There are lakhs of such incidents are happening daily, and we are avoiding because there's no framework. We are just sailing our space technology and all. So we are not focusing on such incidents which are most important for the human index, human safety, which we are assiding completely. You can see the budget of Transport Ministry for road safety. It's just 400 crores only for India. So that is basically the understanding of our policy makers, our bureaucracy about the life of our citizens. It's zero. So ultimately, if we have to focus on such incidents, first we have to frame out something, policies, and accordingly in city-wise, maybe framework must be decided city-wise. Like first we have to start from like metro cities and then rest of the other cities. Because you will see in India, nobody is following traffic rules. Hardly a single 1% people must be aware of that, but rest are traditionally or the culturally, they are not following traffic rules. And even they are feeling happy by avoiding such rules and regulations because our infrastructure is not supporting, our enforcement is not supporting, and there's no framework. That's why such happenings are repeating again and again. And most importantly, if mistakes are repeated again and again, it has become the tradition or the culture of the country. So you can easily imagine what type of culture we are having.
Right.
Yes,
in fact,
please.
let me also rope in Ms. Tahira Hassan on this. Ma'am, obviously this is the second such incident in just 4 days. What are the people of Delhi looking forward to? Falling into open drains, riding, in fact, in this case, this might have been an accident because his friend is stating that he was intoxicated. But if we look at the biker who in fact fell into that pit in Janakpuri, he was just trying to go home, ma'am.
I will say, they are losing their life not because of the fate or something, but because the negligence of the civic body. Why these manholes are open? Why not there is a proper lightning? Why there is not a warning signs or barricade? I mean, this is too much for us, for the citizen of the country, to ask safe roads. I mean, who's responsible for that? I mean, naturally, civic body is responsible. So accountability must be fixed. Every day we talk about it. But the thing is this, we forget about it. And these people get away. So accountability, identify the people responsible, and accountability must be fixed. No patch up work, Otherwise, what will happen? The trust of the common man, the citizen of this country will be eroded. Every day this type of things will happen, and the people who are responsible, they will get away. I mean, this must be asked, why they are not doing inspections, regular inspections. Otherwise, the life of the common man could have been prevented. I mean, the people are losing their life. I mean, common man life is not worth it, it seems. The citizen of the country's life is not worth it. And that too in the largest democracy that is run by the constitution. So it's very shameful. I think the accountability must be fixed on these civic body officials, that why these holes are open. So many laborers are losing their life. In the night, people are losing life going back to home from the work, and there is no proper lightning. Why there is no proper lightning? They are answerable to these questions. This raises a very serious question. This tragedy which has happened, that raises a very serious question. Back to back, these tragedies are happening. But what happens? The next tragedy, another man loses his life, and this civic body wake up, no doubt. But when the person loses his life. So I think accountability must be fixed. Immediately it should be fixed. And the stringent punishment, I said, no patch-up work. Only suspend, and again he will be reinstated. He knows, he will be suspended, again they'll come, and again he will draw his salary. So the life of the citizen should be taken seriously. That is important.
Absolutely. In fact, let me also rope in Mr. Rao, who's now joined us on the broadcast. Mr. Rao, covering an open pit or covering an open manhole, that's the basic safety requirement. Whenever you do any kind of work, we are not asking for modern equipment, we are not asking for advanced safety features. Just cover up the hole that you have dug. And this is in fact claiming lives now, 2 and 4 days, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Definitely, I endorse the views of respected Tahira Hussain. But definitely, the work which is being done by the civic authority, that should be done as per their standard operating procedures. Because without having any sign or any barricade or any safety measures and digging the pits like this, definitely it gives a very a fair chance of any person to be injured or die like this in this case has happened. So the case might, I think the police have registered a case of negligence and culpable homicide not amounting to murder, whatever is the case may be. But definitely the investigation is going on, and all the possible evidences which is being collected, and the concerned officials who are responsible to this negligence act, they will be dealt with as per law. But the life has gone. Only taking action and the action as per law or suspending the concerned junior engineer, that will not bring the life which has been lost. So the government should be very careful, and all preventive measures should be adopted so that no such incident took place in future. I think that civic authorities concerned, they will take note of it, and the police department who are investigating this case, they will collect all the possible evidences so that there is no lacuna or there is no weak point in the investigation, and that there should not be any lack of evidence so that the person concerned is escaped from the clutches of law. And that speedy trial definitely will have some bearing impact on the future, so that no person is dare to do all these acts again and again in our society, which are being seen recently. I think in this week we have seen 2 such cases in Delhi itself. And what to talk about Delhi if you go by the facts of the these cases all over India, that will, this situation will be alarming.
Absolutely, Mr. Rao. In fact, I'll request the panelists to please stay on with us as I introduce this piece of information that is in fact coming in to us. The victim in the tragic Rohini manhole that has hailed from Samastipur in Bihar. According to villagers, the family's financial situation was poor. He left his studies midway and as a teenager went to Delhi in search of livelihood. He worked as a labourer there, supporting his mother, wife and children. Joining us on the broadcast live is also my colleague Javed Hussain for more on this. Javed, एक जो गांव छोड़कर शहर आता है दिल्ली में एक नए जीवन के लिए, कुछ पैसे कमाने के लिए, उसको ऐसे एक ट्रैजिक मौत मिल रही है सिविक नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से।
और देखिए ये 24 घंटे बाद जो है बिज्जू की जो है, चूंकि बिहार के समस्तीपुर का रहने वाला है, यहाँ पर मजदूरी के लिए यहाँ पे आया था और यहाँ पे उसके साथ एक उसका दोस्त बुधन भी था जो कि बिहार के ही मधुबनी का रहने वाला था। और जो कॉलर है उसके एक दोस्त जो है सदाहत हसन, उसने कॉल किया था। उसने ये बताया था कि ये लोगों ने अल्कोहल को कंज्यूम कर रखा है। जो दिल्ली पुलिस ने जो कॉलर से बात की, कॉलर के बयान से ही दिल्ली पुलिस ने ये जानकारी दी है कि जो बिज्जू है उसने उसके दोस्त बुधन ने जो है अल्कोहल को कंज्यूम कर रखा था और शायद इस वजह से जो मैनहोल जो सीवर खुला हुआ था उस सीवर में जाकर वो गिर गया। फिलहाल पुलिस इस पूरे मामले की जांच कर रही है क्योंकि ऐसा उसके दोस्त का कहना है जो कॉलर था। लेकिन फिलहाल पुलिस जो है पूरी रात जो है उन्होंने रेस्क्यू टीम को लगाकर कई इस पूरे मामले में जो पूरी एक पूरी लाइन थी सीवर की, उस लाइन को जो है दिल्ली पुलिस की तरफ से जो रेस्क्यू टीम है वो मौके पे पहुंचकर इस पूरे को लगातार ढूंढ रही थी, लेकिन बिज्जू का कहीं भी पता नहीं चल पाया। और उसके बाद 24 घंटे से ज्यादा समय के बाद बिज्जू की जो है बॉडी मिली है और फिलहाल बताया गया है कि वो मजदूर था, उसके परिवार में उसकी बीवी, उसके बच्चे थे। और इस पूरे मामले में अब दिल्ली पुलिस इस पूरी नेग्लिजेंसी को लेकर जो है उस मामले की जो है वो जांच में जुटी हुई है। और दिल्ली पुलिस का कहना है कि जो इसमें लापरवाही जो भी जिसकी वजह से ये सामने आएगी उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की जाएगी। क्योंकि देखिए इस पूरे मामले में जो सीवर जो है वो ढक्कन जो उसका मैनहोल वो खुला हुआ था जिससे कि उसको पता नहीं चल पाया और शायद जिससे कॉलर ने दिल्ली पुलिस को कॉल किया, कॉल बताया कि वो लोग उन लोगों ने कंज्यूम कर रखा था। तो क्या अब बाकी उन्होंने कंज्यूम कर रखा था जिसकी वजह से वो उसकी जो एक बॉडी कंडीशन थी कंज्यूम लेने की वजह अल्कोहल की वजह से वो अनकॉन्शियस हालत में था जिससे कि उसको रास्ता नहीं पता चल पाया और इस वजह से वो सीवर में गिर गया। लेकिन लापरवाही फिर भी है क्योंकि देखिए सीवर का जो ढक्कन है वो खुला हुआ था, उस सीवर में जिस तरह से वो गिरा उससे कहीं ना कहीं बहुत बड़ी लापरवाही और एक शख्स की जान चली गई। ठीक उसी तरीके से जिस तरीके से कुछ दिनों पहले दिल्ली के जनकपुरी में एक कमल नाम के एक लड़के की डेथ हो गई और वो तकरीबन 6 से 7 घंटे तक उस गड्ढे के अंदर खड़ा रहा और वो गड्ढा तकरीबन 16 से 17 फीट गहरा था और किसी को पता नहीं चल पाया। अगले दिन परिवार वालों ने भी दिल्ली
जी
पुलिस को उसकी
बिल्कुल,
जानकारी
इनफैक्ट
दी।
जावेद आप हमारे साथ बने रहे. वी हैव सम मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन कमिंग इन दैट एज सून एज द न्यूज ऑफ दिस इंसिडेंट रीच्ड हिज विलेज in Varisnagar, Samastipur, the family was devastated. Birju's elderly mother, who had raised her son by working as a laborer after her husband's death, is now helpless. According to family members, first she lost her husband's support and now her son is gone. Birju leaves behind his wife and 3 young children. He was the family's sole source of income. His wife, Suchita, says that she spoke with him during the day but received a call later informing her that he had fallen into the gutter and had died. Let's in fact listen into a statement that has come in.
हमको फोन आया था तो हमको जानकारी हुआ था। क्या हुआ था? उसको गुरगम्मा से बोला कि हम नहीं जाएंगे, हमको गुरगम्मा हम हिसाब कर दो, हम गुरगम्मा से हम घर चला जाएंगे। तो वो बोला कि गुरगम्मा से हिसाब नहीं होगा, आपको एगो मियाँ के साथ ने उसको भेज दिया दिल्ली वाला अथी पर। वहाँ गए, आज 5 दिन उसको गेला हुआ था। तो 12 बजे दिन में उसका हिसाब हुआ था। 1:20 में हमसे बात हुआ था उससे।
क्या करता था?
दिल्ली में मजदूरी करता था, सेटरिंग लाइन।
कितने वर्षों से?
8 साल।
All right, let me in fact go across to Mr. Kulshetra on this. Mr. Kulshetra, you have in fact worked in the field of road safety. I want to understand what are the next steps that in fact Delhi authorities or authorities all across India can take to prevent such accidents, because we are seeing this recurrence that is happening in such kind of cases, an open pit, an open manhole, an open pit that has been just left open when work is ongoing in India.
Actually, last few lines I missed. If you can repeat it, please.
So, just your opinion on what's the next step forward for authorities to make sure that such instances do not occur, because you have worked in the field of road safety.
Yes, now I'm coming to the reality, because one road safety board was to be constituted in central ministry, this road and transport ministry, but for last 5 years it's pending. This is the ground reality. Second thing, Supreme Court recently has allowed all states and center to finalize the policy for the pedestrian safety. Means pedestrian is having the right of way basically, and must have the priority to get the footpaths and the walkable areas. So if we are violating, every government is violating such rules and regulations. That's why I'm focusing on the ground reality, that there is a need of deciding one framework, how to work, how to do. Because if our central minister is saying in parliament very clearly, I'm sorry, I'm unable to reduce the accidents in India, it means that there is no framework. States are not having framework. So first, in case of accountability, as I already mentioned, our first responders are the police personnel. They are knowing the each and bhugol or itihas of every area, because beat officers are regularly visiting in each area. I'm telling you the next step, what's going on right now, because you may have seen number of encroachment drive, and they are breaking all the cupboards of drainage system in front of the houses, in front of the shops, without deciding the policy, what will happen to these residents when they will come out from the house or the shops. There is a drainage system. They can't come directly on our roads, but we are starting these drives. Every city is almost having such type of drives. So we are playing with the life of the people without having any policy in hand.
Absolutely. Yes. In fact, let me introduce this piece of information that is coming into our viewers. According to Birju's family, he had gone there around 8 months ago, but since the last 8 years, he was living in Delhi and was supporting his family by doing labor work, because apart from the house, he does not have any land at home on which he can do much farming. The villagers and relatives have demanded proper compensation and help to the family from the government. Let me in fact go across to Ms. Tahira Hassan when we are discussing this tragic incident. Ma'am, when we are looking at this incident and the previous incident as well, one thing that has also come to notice is that lapse in providing emergency response. We saw what happened in Janakpuri as well. That man was lying in that pit for hours before somebody actually saw him, then called the PCR. Over here as well, after 24 hours of this incident happening, did the police actually come to know about this?
Yes, very true. There's no emergency support. I mean, we are seeing these type of incidents. But what is more painful is this, as I say, common man, when they lose their life, you see behind their family, helpless mother, helpless children. And we are talking about compensation. That is a long process, we all know. First thing is this, that first they should cover these pits. They should cover the main hole. Why can't the civic body can do this when people are losing their life every day? Is the life of the common man not worth it? Is nothing for them? And why the accountability is not fixed for the negligence? I mean, it is not too much we citizens are asking from the civic body, from the officials, that at least proper lightening is needed. Why that is missing? Why these holes are not covered? Why that are open? Anybody can fall, whether he is drunk or not drunk, whether she is drunk or not drunk. It is a matter of investigation whether he was drunk or not. If suppose he was drunk, then too, if the main hole was covered, he will not he was not going to lose his life. So person has lost his life, leaving behind his family. He was sole breadwinner, earner. So what will be done? Who will earn the livelihood? They are living in the village. He had migrated. These laborers, he was the landless laborer. We must think about it. We are talking about the marginalized classes facing the burden more, because they are losing their life. We talk, we debate, but I just salute to the NewsX that yesterday also and today they are raising the voice, giving voice to voiceless, I will say. That
Absolutely.
You people are at least raising the voice. You are the fourth pillar of the Constitution.
Absolutely. And ma'am,
So
like
this
you
is-
rightly mentioned, that compensation, we know it's a very long and tough road ahead
Long
for
process,
the
very long
family.
process. You see,
Absolutely.
We also ask compensation for our women, then who this agricultural laborers and all
Absolutely,
who work
ma'am.
in the field.
Right.
But it takes a long process.
Absolutely.
Long process.
Right. Let me also get in a last word from Mr. Rao. Sir, you were talking about investigation. You were talking about accountability. You were talking about action being taken. But in such cases, the most that we see is some official will be suspended, 2 officials will be suspended, but after a few months' time, everyone will forget that this happened. This is a poor laborer who migrated to Delhi for work. Nobody will remember that he died in such a tragic way, and everybody will move on with their lives, sir.
Yes, ma'am. That definitely this is unfortunate part in our country that people forget, tend to forget such things, and not only the people, the authorities, the government officials, they also tend to forget what has been happened in past. And there are so many other instructions and directions to the civic authorities in this regard that this porthole should be kept open. And there are some officials on duty also whose duty is to check whether this port has been having not covered. Then they should also report and immediately they should cover that pit hole so that there is no such incident or occurred in future also. That's the important thing that we should remember all these things and be very sincere about our duties. Here that the people are saying that he was drunk. Yes, I agree that he may be drunk. That is a part of investigation whether he was or not.
But
still,
there has to
if
be
that,
accountability in the end. These are basic,
not having-
absolutely, Mr. Rao. In fact, These are basic safety measures that the government must ensure. I thank all our guests for joining us on the broadcast. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have to discuss this. We are moving on